and welcome back to Nerdmageddon here on the KNWT Facebook page. Thanks, guys. I am your host, Corey Herzog. With me, I have Simon Clark, Kenzie Duvall,
Hello,
and Molly Hauser.
Hello.
Yes. So, I'm not going to throw away my shot for a good pun here, because, guys, Hamilton is coming to the big screens.
Yeah, it's excited to see where this goes. I know it's gonna be like the original film release of Cats before this recent one, but it's gonna be basically just them filming it on stage and putting it out.
Yeah, so actually what it is they already filmed it. Like, is
good.
in post-production right now. Which is why they announced it so quickly, because it's going to come out next year.
Right.
And the reason that we got this announcement so early is they actually filmed all this back in 2016 with the original cast, original theater, and it's just cut pieces of their original productions.
I know the release date was posted on Lynn's Twitter page, and it was October 15th, 2021.
Yeah. So, obviously, I'm going to go see it because I'm Hamil trash. But I'm so excited because I've been wanting to see Hamilton, and tickets are expensive. I don't know if you guys knew that.
Oh, yeah. No, they are.
Well, yeah, because you have to, pay for tickets and then probably pay for a ticket to go to New York. And
Well, unless, you live somewhere that gets the Broadway series at Des Moines, because I've actually seen Hamilton.
My
Or that's
parents
'cause-
have
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, my parents have too. They bought season passes for the
Yeah.
for the what is it? The Civic Center? Yeah,
Yeah, the Civic Center. Because
Yeah.
my parents have passes. They had friends who were out of town that week or something. So, my brother and I gotta go. And so, yeah.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah.
I was going up to Minneapolis a couple years ago, and we drove past the theater, as they were setting up. You could see the bus and all this other stuff. And I about cried because I was like, this is the closest I will ever get to see Hamilton.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But no, this is going to be really good. This is something that I wanted Broadway to do for a long time. They kind of did it with Cats. They did it with Newsies, the version that's on Netflix. And it's basically just a live performance that's recorded, which works a lot better than trying to convert it into a movie because so much of that magic is lost.
Oh, yeah.
And Broadway does have its own subscription service. Not worth it, TBH. But this is something I'm really glad to kind of see them evolving and adding to.
Well, because I know they did that. They have Les Mis, versions of Les Mis for, the anniversary shows or something that they've put out, and you can find it online somewhere. So it is interesting that it's taken them a while to start doing this with other shows.
Yeah, and I think we're gonna see a rise in this.
Yeah, I think the main reason is just because a lot of shows that they have been turning into movies or that they have been putting out on Netflix and stuff, they're well established shows. So Newsies, Les Mis, Fiddler on the Roof. I mean that was established like that, and it was right out there. I want them to do a remake of or a live version of Manuel La Mancha with the 2005 cast, because that would be great. I would die for that.
See,
Yeah.
I have bootlegged shows.
Yes.
Yeah, haven't we all?
I mean, I haven't personally, but I know I have watched with people who have. So.
I mean, let's see. We were doing a show one time, and I was running front of house for our school's play, and me and one of the other people from the front of house are like, oh yeah, I have Hamilton. So while the play was going on, we were in the front of the house watching Hamilton.
Yeah.
It was awesome, and it was so cool, and I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, I watch a lot of quote-unquote slime videos on YouTube. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that's how they do it.
Yeah, that's how you learn some tricks, kids.
Yeah.
Speaking of kids learning some tricks, Stranger Things coming to an end. Their tricks are ending.
Yeah, so from what I've heard, people aren't that surprised that they're ending it with the 4th season. Mainly because I've never seen it. I know my mom loves it to bits. Like, she watched all of it when the 3rd season came out. She then rewatched it literally the next day. But so yeah, they're ending with season 4, and I don't know, a lot of people seem to be okay with it, but I know there's gonna be a lot of fans who are like, no.
I'm glad. I don't like Stranger Things. Just putting that out there. I'm glad they are taking a note from what not to do from Supernatural and just extending it way past its prime.
Yeah, and I mean, some more recent shows have been learning how to do that better. So like The Good Place, they ended recently with just 4 seasons. Just 4 seasons. They ended it very well. And I think that with Stranger Things, the kids have started to age out. Like Finn Wolfhard's off doing horror movies. Gaten Maserati is doing Broadway again. Yeah. Millie Bobby Brown's getting into fashion, and then I don't remember Caleb's name, but
I don't know any of them.
Yeah,
I don't either.
They're all off doing their own stuff, and they're starting to become more established in their worlds. So
yeah,
something's in my eye.
Honestly, most shows, hot take here, most shows don't need to go past 5 seasons. There are a few exceptions. I think animated series can kind of get away with more seasons and having a longer series. But live action, particularly, I think 5 seasons is like a good cutoff. 5, maybe 6, like if you're really good.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of TV shows out there that have just gone on forever. Like, I was talking with, I think, my sister and my cousins this weekend, and we were talking about the fact that Grey's Anatomy is also ending.
Finally!
That's been going on forever.
Finally!
Wow. That's really good.
That's one of those shows where, like, I kind of understand why it's been going on forever, but also how.
They kill off everybody and bring in a new cast. That's what happens.
Oh, okay.
See, but, like, I feel like with those kind of shows, like, it's already dying because a lot of people will only watch for a certain character.
Yeah.
Like, I know within Criminal Minds, like, you have characters come in and leave.
Honestly, same.
Yeah. Greg Dubler.
I still watch it, too. Like, I was upset with some characters leaving, but then I'm like...
Derek Morgan.
Yeah, no, that was the only one I was really upset with leaving. And I love that Prentice ended up coming back. So,
yeah.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff. And
Yeah.
A lot of good stuff with shows that know what they're doing.
Yeah, it's nice to see that people are learning from their mistakes.
Yeah, totally.
Yes, and some new things are coming out. Gorillaz teased a new song.
Yes, it hasn't been put out yet, obviously, but on the Gorillaz Facebook page, or not Facebook, Instagram page, which is actually run by one of their characters, Noodle.
Yeah.
It was posted. They posted a picture, like a photoshopped image of them in the buggy from their first self-titled album, driving through the background for the Waves album from Tame Impala, and just the idea of these two indie bands coming together and basically making like the best new age disco song of all time. It's just mind blowing for me because I'm so excited.
Yeah. Like, I like Gorillaz, so I'm really excited for this. And you played their new song for us earlier.
I did.
And
yes.
Oh man, it was so good.
They're taking a very different turn, a different direction with this too, because I mean, Gorillaz are not they're not unknown to bring in unknown artists. So I mean, like, this first song brought in 2 artists that I've never heard of, and they basically turned it into like a British punk song. It was really interesting, which is completely different from everything else they've done.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what's coming up.
Me too. And I like it when bands play around with their music and try different styles. There was one band in high school that I liked that did that. God, it was a British band. I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
I don't know. If it comes back to you, just
I'll message my friend Paige. Paige, she's the one who got me into it. So she'll probably be like, oh yeah, it was this, and this. And be like, okay, I didn't realize there was 3.
I mean, there's always 3.
There's always 3.
Always 3.
Everything comes in 3s, except for the Chiefs. They just won the Super Bowl. I don't know if This is the second time it's happened.
It's the
Cheese
second time in
Kingdom,
history.
y'all.
Yeah.
First time in 50 years.
Yes. So for those of you who aren't aware, Nerdmageddon does occasionally talk about sports. It's not our forte, so we'll probably get something wrong at least once. But the important thing is here, one of them is paying for the adoption fees of puppies.
Okay. So Derek Natty, he's helping homeless dogs find a new home because of the Super Bowl win. So the defensive tackle is paying the adoption fees for all dogs currently available at the KC Pet Project. So it makes me very happy that like they're paying off fees so they can just go home with their new owners.
We're all gonna go get dogs, right?
If the fact that my roommates would kill me if I did that, I would so go get a pup.
Just get rid of them first. The dog is more important.
But
I hope you all heard that.
The really awesome thing, though, is according to like the KC Pet Project, the next day when this was announced and they paid off the pet fees, there was a huge line of people at all of their locations that morning to adopt.
That's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Also, so the website that we're looking at for this, it has pictures of the dogs and like little Chief logo things that say like, I can run as fast as Tyreek Hill and like I'll tackle your heart, and just all these cute little puns and references. It's so adorable. I love this.
That's wonderful. I mean, that just makes me happy that, I mean, like, the Chiefs are such, like, all of the members on the Chiefs are such good-hearted people.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, it makes me so happy. It makes me proud to be in Missouri.
Yeah. See, so I never had a choice of what team to support. I was born as a Chiefs fan, and I couldn't be anything else. That is because of my father. And he posted a picture because they have a chalkboard in their house. And the day before the Super Bowl was over, and it said "Go Chiefs," and I just crossed it out to be a little butt and put 49ers.
Oh.
And he took a picture, posted it on Facebook, and goes, "So who's gonna be sleeping outside tonight?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm at mom's, so."
I was gonna say that's how you get kicked out for like the next, I don't know,
50 years?
Yeah, 50 years.
But no, I am definitely a Chiefs fan. I just had to do that to bug my dad. So.
Well, I just like the fact that so people could go to the parade, right?
Yeah.
And then once they're at the peak of making choices, they could go adopt a dog and like celebrate at the parade with a new dog. Like, how cute. How wholesome.
There were
Slightly
lots of
terrifying.
choices made at the parade yesterday.
There were a lot of choices made at the parade
Yes,
yesterday.
but only 5 arrests.
Which is impressive for, like, 1 million people being at the parade.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You had people coming in from, like, Iowa, Nebraska, like...
Northwest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those brave students who decided to skip out on classes.
Or told their teachers that they were going to be sick on Wednesday on Monday.
Yeah.
So...
If you're in our department, just be like, hey, I'm going to go get coverage of this, quote unquote.
And they don't even make you take a camera or recording equipment at all.
Or your little notepad or anything.
Nothing.
Though I will say some students were good and they actually recorded stuff.
Some people did.
Yeah.
And
Especially
props to
car
them.
chase.
Oh, yeah.
The car chase. Oh my
There was a car chase.
Yeah.
How did I miss all of this?
Oh,
There was a lot that
that was
happened.
one of the 5 arrests.
Okay.
It was 2 of the 5 arrests. There were 2 people in the car.
Oh.
There were 2 people in the car. And from what I read, there were no weapons or anything in the car because they first thought that it was like, oh, large group of people car driving in the parade route coming towards the large group of people.
Yeah.
Scary. There were no weapons in there, so they're checking for like substance abuse and substance and that kind of stuff. So could be a couple just drunk idiots driving into crowded places.
And then there was a naked guy who fell out of a tree.
Yes.
Impressive.
And then a guy who was running over people with a horse.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Horse was not arrested. Horse did not receive arrest.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the dude was like standing up on top of the horse and like riding him like a surfboard, and it was
That's
awesome.
impressive.
It was awesome.
Like,
love
props
how-
to you.
I love how when humans get into large groups, they're just like, what's the dumbest thing I can do?
Dude.
Feasibly.
Oh my god.
Maybe
Running-
not so feasibly.
Ride my horse like a surfboard.
All right.
man, guys. And then, large groups of people making terrible decisions. Sounds like D&D.
Oh, yeah.
Which is coming to Hot Topic along with Critical Role.
Yes.
Hold on, let me open back. I was not prepared.
I think
to talk about this
I
one.
actually got an email from Hot Topic about this and promptly ignored it because I had like 60 other emails that I was also ignoring.
Okay.
However, I was intrigued, but at the time very busy.
Essentially, they are getting Critical Role merchandise, so T-shirts, probably Funko Pops, because there's Funko Pops of everything. Actually, fun fact, Vulpix is becoming a Funko Pop, and I'm going to buy one.
Also, I challenge that statement because there's no Merlin Funko Pops, and I will forever be mad about that. Someone please prove me wrong so I can be happy again.
That's going to take a lot.
Yeah.
So from what I'm looking at here, I mean, this isn't the Hot Topic website, but they're only advertising the Critical Role stuff, which is basic. They're just basic logo shirts and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But I do remember reading that they were also releasing like D&D based stuff, which Wizards of the Coast came out with 3 Funko Pops.
Yeah.
One, I don't remember what the first one was, but the other one was a Mind Flayer. And then the last one was Asmodeus, King of the Nine Hells.
Okay.
Which sounds awesome to me.
They have a Mind Flayer Funko Pop.
Yes.
Okay, so imagine your DM being sacrilegious and taking a Funko Pop out of the box and using that as, like, the token. It'd be like, this is to scale.
They have a Minsk and a Boo Funko Pop. I'm looking at the Hot Topic website. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. No, you're fine. You're
on
fine.
it now.
Wow, shopping on the show.
No, we're reporting.
I'm
it's
not
okay.
shopping. I can't buy anything from them.
You can't.
However,
you can't get after her because last week I was literally playing cool math games while on the show.
She was.
Yeah, we set such good examples, guys.
We really do.
But no, like, this is just so cool to just see that D&D really is coming back into the mainstream. And I was talking to my mom about this
They
last
have
night.
hats.
Yeah.
Oh, I love my hats.
Hats are fun.
I looked up Critical Role and I might have spelled it wrong, but it says there's nothing for them.
Oh.
Well, I mean, it hasn't come out yet, so it could just be that they haven't updated their website and stocked it.
Yeah. Like, there's so much stuff that could be happening, but we never know.
No.
So I do want to give you guys a bit of a personal update. I had my D&D session with Andrew Tate last night.
Yes.
And that was amazing. So first of all, Connor Raby, former host, he was joining us. And we were using this website called Roll20. And we've never used Roll20 before.
It's a mess of a website if you've never touched it.
Yeah, I had like played around with it, but I never had anyone else on the page with me.
Yeah.
Yes. So I had him come on like an hour ahead of time to be like, okay, how is this going to look? How is this going to function? And he's just on there, and we get stuff set up between him and I, and be like, okay, so this is what it's gonna look like. Have him make his character on the website. And then Andy came on, and it took us about 30 minutes to get all of our audio to sync up.
Oh my God.
Because either I couldn't hear Andy and Andy couldn't hear me, so we had to communicate through Connor, or he couldn't see me or something like that, so we had all these audio technical difficulties. And then his friend Brandon came on, and then we had more. Like, as soon as we got it all figured out, his friend came on, and it was a cluster. I'll put that.
What were you using? Were you using like Skype or Discord or the chat?
No, we were using like the Roll20 like chat.
That's where you messed up. That's where you messed up. They don't do it very well on the website.
Well, we got it to work. We got it to function, and so we started playing. We did a module, and I'll pull up what we used. Mm-hmm. But I was just like, okay, I'm only gonna have them do one objective because, D&D first starting out, you should never do it. It's called the Master's Vault.
Oh yeah, okay, I know that one. Yeah.
So they had to like fight 6 rats in the basement, essentially.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah.
That's all you do.
Man, I wish my first session was that easy.
And so Connor was a dragonborn. We had a hill dwarf, and then an elf. I think I forget what kind of elf he was, and they were trying to fight all these rats, and it ended with Connor using acid breath, and he destroyed all the rats, but he also destroyed all their food.
I was gonna say, the minute you said acid breath, I knew this was not gonna end well.
Wait, was he a green dragonborn?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure, because if he was a black dragonborn, it would have just been a line he could have focused it in, but no.
Yeah, no, he was basically vomited acid everywhere.
Oh, God.
And so we ended it at that, and so they're like, yeah, like, we had fun. This was the first campaign where we've had, like, fun and got to goof around a little bit, and I just thought fans was like, oh, yeah, I would love to do this again. They're like, okay, yeah, let's make it a regular thing. We're just going to do regular D&D with you now. Like, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's... Go ahead, I'm sorry.
You should see if they would name drop us.
Well, it's not like we're not, like, recording it or anything.
Oh, I know you're not, but, like, you should be like, hey, maybe on your show, you should give us a little name drop or something.
Maybe.
That would be pretty great.
It would be pretty nice, but...
I'm not going to ask, like, right off the bat.
Oh, no. You just got to be very subtle and kind of work your way in there.
Wine and dine them.
We are possibly going to have, like, guest appearances, so who knows? You guys might drop in if you guys want.
I think that'd be really fun. Just let me know if you need me to come on and play, like, an NPC or something. I'd be down.
Because Johnny was also, oh, hey, like, I would love to do this because he's also a big fan of the podcast and everything. I'm like, okay, so I'm fangirling, calling him, crying, it's fine. And that's basically my night last night, was playing D&D one session with 6 rats.
6 rats.
6 whole rats.
I'm so glad we said that at the same time.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a time. But thank you guys for the news this week.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lot of fun. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks to KNWT for hosting us on their Facebook page. And as always, you nerd it here first.